I read a quote this week from my son, and it says, "Only dead fish go with the flow." So there's a big, heavy flow of negativity out there, and I ask you, are you going to be a dead fish and go with the flow and join the negativity crowd? Because let me just tell you, a lot of people think they know a lot of things, and I'm just not quite so sure I want to believe them. And so I ask you, what kind of props do you have to help you stay grounded? So here's something that's on my desk. This is what you see in a sink. It catches all the junk. So, if I put this in my sink and my garbage disposal is in there, then this will keep my garbage disposal from breaking if there's bones or something in it. So it keeps me protected from doing something, putting something in my garbage disposal that shouldn't be in there that could break it. So what do you do to catch stuff in your life? What do you do to stop things in their tracks? What do you do to not go with the flow like a dead fish? There's a big gap in life, and that's the gap between knowing and doing. Most of the time, you know what you ought to do. It's just the discipline to do it. I mean, you want to eat right, you need to exercise, you need to do that. But the very few people actually follow through and do that. You don't need to doom scroll on social media all day. But, if you want to be a dead fish and go with the flow, you're going to feel empty at the end of the day, because that's what that does for you, is makes you feel empty at the end of the day. So there's a season in our country right now where people are getting on the flow with all kinds of people that don't really know much, and you need to start catching stuff and stopping it in its tracks and not getting thrown off balance. You got to keep going. You got to keep working. You got to keep believing good things are going to happen, or you're going to get caught up in just nothingness. So I ask you, what do you have on your desk that reminds you that you're in charge of your life, you're in charge of your attitude, you're in charge of living your purpose, you're in charge of doing positive things for yourself? You can't give in to what everybody else is saying and doing. Now's the time to be different. So, what you going to catch? What you going to stop in its tracks? A whole lot more than you let through. That's what I'm talking about. Don't go with the flow, because you know what? That would be a dead fish, and I don't want to be a dead fish. How about you?